Firstly, play dumb. I mean it. You need to come across as totally oblivious. Any hint she has that you ray onto her will only make your life harder. So what's hard about trying to act oblivious? Well, it should be obvious, but if you ray normal, you would have a strong desire to shut down any infidelity, and as soon as possible, your emotions will be on overdrive. So somehow you need to take a step back from this and be more analytical and methodical, and you need to make sure she is completely unaware of any investigation going on. We'll discuss more on this later, but it is extremely important. Secondly, give her rope ties into the first, but you can't very well pretend to be oblivious if you start asking her where she is going or try controlling her whereabouts. Even if you strongly suspect she is meeting the AP or getting up to no good, you need to give her that rope to hang herself. This is difficult and counterintuitive for most guys. We want to rush in and shut it down and confront as soon as possible, even on suspicions without any evidence or weak evidence. Don't do this. Thirdly, know what you are actually going to do. Again, a very hard task. Easy in theory, until you ray the one in the hot seat. Way I see it, cheating falls into a few categories. 1. Some drunken or otherwise random once-off, something you might be able to work through. 2. An out-of-character affair, where there were huge issues in your relationship, and she genuinely wasn't happy for a while, possibly forgivable, and perhaps you can work through it with some caveats. 3. A one of many or first affairs, when she did it when your relationship was in good standing order, and b. when you honestly felt like there was nothing wrong in your relationship. This one I wouldn't want to work through. For me personally, this is more than I am willing to tolerate, or I don't believe I could genuinely trust anyone who does this. So for me, discovering this would be a time for divorce, no matter how difficult that might be. 4. The relapser. In other words, someone who was in category 2, got caught, went through the whole process with you. If you've experienced it, you'll know what I mean. Said she would never cheat again, but then you uncover another affair. Or worse, that she still has some ongoing FUP relationship with the original AP. Again, it is a kick to the curb scenario for me personally. Doesn't matter how you choose to deal with any particular scenario. I am not here to guide you on that. I am merely saying if she is cheating, then you will uncover one of the above scenarios, and it is important to know upfront what course of action you are planning on taking and then robotically stick to that. Next, do not confront early. I swear confronting early is one of the biggest mistakes you can make. This is where you finally uncover some real evidence, and you rush in full guns blazing to confront. Partially furious, partially because, especially if you were gaslighted, your justice will finally arrive, or so you think. In reality, a terrible idea. Let us say, for example, you discovered your partner kissed a guy at the office Christmas party, and he grabbed her ass and felt her off. This would piss most guys off. It would absolutely be considered infidelity by almost all guys. Let us say you suspected something was going on, and then you came across this tidbit. So what do? Rush in to confront. You might even have some video as evidence, totally undeniable proof. And now what? You think she is going to give you some heartfelt confession about the whole thing? Dream on. All she is going to say is, we were very drunk, and I can't even remember it, and it was nothing. Then she is going to be angry at you depending on how you obtain the evidence. In addition, she is now fully aware aware what she is capable of. Now the problem comes in, are you going to leave her over a kiss? Doubtful. She knows that, you know that. Except, was it just a kiss? Now you'll never know. She might be in a really long-term affair with that guy she kissed. Or it might genuinely have been just that Christmas party where it began, and who knows what will happen in a week, a month. Oh yeah, you have to be dreaming if you think she'll quit her job over that kiss too. So you're now stuck with a huge dilemma. You don't know how deep the rabbit hole really goes. What you uncovered might just be the tip of the iceberg. But because you confronted early, well, now she'll be sure to hide anything else going on very well. Do not underestimate how well they hide stuff. Don't believe a damn word about how you can detect changes in their behavior. When mine cheated, there was absolutely not a hint of anything obvious. Women are the masters at hiding infidelity. They can come home from a debauch weekend and tell you it was boring and you would never know. All her friends will cover for her. It would almost be invisible to you. And the tech-savvy ones let us not even go there. My point is, you will most likely never catch them on gut instinct alone. You might have some suspicion or idea, but depending on how or where the cheating takes place, that won't help you much. Night shift operators are the hardest to catch, or anyone who takes regular business trips or works away from home a lot, especially in restricted areas, such as those in military service. These are virtually impossible to catch. Someone who works night shift typically works in a location you don't have easy access to. Even if it is a public hospital, at night a lot of it gets locked down, or you being around would immediately raise suspicion. You can exactly stake out in a hospital corridor, so chances are what goes on there, you'll never know about. Basically, anyone having the affair on work premises is very difficult to catch, and not even a private investigator will be able to help. So what as the solution? There is only one solution, but it as not foolproof. Bug her phone. All the software I found to do this was either a scam or didn't work as expected. The bad news is you will have to write your own spy app. More bad news is that Android is really clamping down on microphone permissions. What you want to get is phone that you can install an older version of Android on, as old as possible. 1. Write the software to record from the microphone anything going on for 5 minutes every 10 minutes. So you have these 5-minute snippets. If there is something going on, chances are within a week you would know. 2. Ideally those recordings should automatically be uploaded to some FTP server or something. That's the only way you can really be sure nothing is actually going on, and this only works if she doesn't suspect a damn thing. Even a mouse fart of a hint you might be onto her and she might start distrusting her phone.